DC, Alabama prisoner profiles. What is going on with y'all, man? Hold on. Man, shout out all of y'all, man. Messed with that last video, man. Like I said, it's off with my head. It's off with my head. Shout out Mr. Jamie Lynn. And make sure y'all go check out the comments on that video. We're dropping some extra information in there about that shot caller and some things such as that. So, I was scrolling through the advocacy group page, checking out the channel and stuff, and I came across this article from the nationalmemo.com concerning skeleton staffing. If you guys are unaware, this video is about Mr. Stefan Marshall, who had his life taken at Elmore Correctional Facility about a month ago, something like that, maybe a little longer than that. All right, I'm going to jump right into it. So it says, Stefan Levon Marshall died on May 16, 2023 at Elmore Correctional Facility in Elmore, Alabama. He was killed, stabbed in the neck. Marshall's murder might have been prevented. It's unclear whether anyone will ever know since the Alabama Department of Corrections isn't being truthful about his death. According to eyewitness Eddie Ward, and that's Mr. Ward right there on the right, that's Stefan on the left, picture Elmore Correctional Facility right there. According to eyewitness Eddie Ward, Marshall and his aggressor engaged in 4 to 5 separate standoffs, one lasting about 30 minutes the day before the murder. Marshall was armed with a broken mop stick that day, and the other man held a prison-made knife. The guard on duty witnessed these conflicts and did Nathaniel to break them up or separate them. Now, what the fuck? So the guard seen this, but like, they ain't jumping in front of knives and shit like that. But call the code, do something. You know what I'm saying? I know they might 4 different standoffs. That means they're standing there with weapons. Like, what's up, bro? What's up? What you trying to do? What's up? What's up? What's up? Like that. That's probably what I imagine in my head. Then niggas together, bro, y'all chill. Bro, y'all chill out, bro. Bro, y'all chill. You know what I'm saying? That's what I imagine in my head. Moving on, Ward continued to say, if an officer had stepped in on any of these occasions, the circumstances would have been different. The outcome would have been different, Ward said. Alabama Department of Corrections told Montgomery Advertiser that Marshall was, quote, found by corrections officers with injuries and, quote, was taken to the prison's healthcare unit for emergency treatment. Those statements are not entirely true. According to Ward, Marshall wasn't found. After Marshall was stabbed, he went to the door to try to get out of the unit to get help, but no officer was on that side of the dorm at that point. Instead, said Ward, he was chatting with a female officer on the other side of the dorm. The men in the dorm beat on the cube, parentheses, like a station with a window within the prison housing unit where the officer is supposed to goddamn be, until a guard came back. That officer opened the door for Marshall, who stumbled out to another area where nurses had been summoned by radio. One of the nurses fell trying to address his wound. She probably slipped in blood. Ward was there. Ward says there was a delay in getting Marshall substantive medical attention because keys to a transport van could not be found. Lord, now come on, goddammit. I mean, now it's already one of y'all for 200, over 100 inmates, something like that, probably in that dorm. And you round that bitch trying to fuck something? Like, come on, man. Chatting with the female, everybody know what's going on with that. Like, come on, man. At least be there. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, you could be there to press a button if some shit go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the very least, that's crazy. And then where the fuck, what you mean? Where the keys to the van? A transport van? Where the keys to the van? How about an ambulance, fam? What is y'all talking about? I'm talking about they just said that like they needed the key to the streets or something like that. Goddamn. Moving on, now this is a picture of the crime scene right there. As you can see, I want you to zoom in, check that out. As you can see right there, the blood stain appears to be up towards the head area where Mr. Marshall was sleeping. As they say, he was initially hit in the neck probably more than once. Now, they say ain't no rules in this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, people say, the guy's always got to go to sleep. If you feel you can't beat him one-on-one, he's got to go to sleep. So, dude, I don't know if dude was scared of him or he was just a gorilla like that, didn't care. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to win at all costs. 4 standoffs is more than enough for me, to be honest with you. And Pitt, if you can ask him, hell no. But, yeah, crazy. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying, maybe for more of those so old school convicts, it's like maybe they feel you are like, now you a hoe for, are you a hoe for that? Is he a hoe for that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know in the comments if he's a hoe for that, you know what I'm saying? In his sleep, come on, man, but hey, you do what you gotta do, goddamn, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Also, I want to point out these photos right here more than likely were provided by an inmate with a cell phone, because hell no, ain't no way they going. But look like they got some flat screens in there. Oh, that's what's up. Plenty fans know it's hot as hell. Every video Bernard Jefferson make this man sweat. It's hot as hell down there in these facilities. So yeah, I guess that's the cube right there, possibly in the back with the windows. Look like ain't no officer in it when they took the picture right then. Now clearly not, because they took the damn picture. Alright, continuing on, it says, when questioned about the missing van keys, the Alabama Department of Corrections issued a standard reply. The ADOC Law Enforcement Services Division is thoroughly investigating the death of inmate Stephon Von Marshall. The agency cannot comment about ongoing investigations. But the department continued, however, quote, we can confirm that an officer was present in the dorm at the time of the incident and there was no issue with finding van keys. See, they just saying the complete opposite of what an eyewitness has no reason to lie, you know what I'm saying? By the way, Mr. Eddie Ward, this witness, is also, but he's serving life for murder as well. Mr. Marshall was serving time for a robbery, first degree. Continuing, there was in fact such an issue with keys that Marshall was loaded into a guard's personal vehicle and driven to a helicopter which took off and then landed in the same spot because Marshall had already died. My lord, they ain't even goddamn, just, you know, so they can say he probably didn't die on the prison ground. They done took off and landed. Then, you know, what officer got blood? Some officer had to clean some blood up out of his car probably. So your personal vehicle, it's just so. And shout out to that officer though that did take him in his personal vehicle though. Shout out to you, man. Shout out for, you know, shout out for fucking trying. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That is just crazy. It bears pointing out that the department did in fact comment on an ongoing investigation by saying that there is no issue with van keys, but that official comment is suspect. Ward and other witnesses tell investigators about the missing keys. This evidence should appear in reports. As the investigation closes, it will be important to note what's concluded, if anyone ever gets to see a final report. Moreover, in its statement, the Department of Corrections admitted the unit was understaffed, like every unit. Having one officer, right, in C1 dorm at Elmore is patently inadequate, even when he's in the dorm. That building houses 198 men, right? Like I said, I was just guessing. For comparison, the DOJ's Bureau of Justice Statistics found that the average ratio of inmates to guards in Alabama state prisons was 4.9 to 1. No, in state prisons in general, excuse me. In 2020, the Federal Bureau of Prisons considered a ratio higher than 15 to 1 to be a staffing crisis. The ratio in that dorm on May 16th was 13 times higher than numbers that alarm federal officials. Holy fuck. A number of sources who are confined at Elmore have told me there's no medical office or resources at the prison, not even the infirmary. The Alabama Department of Corrections has declined to comment on the existence of medical resources at that particular facility because Elmore Correctional Facility was once known as the Staten Annex. It uses the Staten Correctional Facility's medical resources, which are approximately 1 mile down the road. See, now y'all, I don't know if Pitt has spoken on this, but he had told me like when he's down there, it's like one facility uses the other's lockup, one facility uses the other's medical. So that's probably why the officer had to get him in his car and drive his ass to the other 3-4 prisons that are right there within 5-10 miles of each other to get them to the helicopter pad, probably, right, to be flown the hell up out of there. And they just be blatantly lying. You see the folks in there saying one thing, they saying another. 15 to 1. Y'all telling me these numbers was what, 28 to 1 on the day he died? And he went to the door, banging on the door, you round that bitch. That's crazy. You think all this stuff that's going on, people are really dying left and right, y'all. It's so sad. It's so crazy. I wanted to do another video about Alabama prisoner deaths within the last 30 days. But I'm gonna have to get with somebody so I can at least make sure I got all of them documented. You know what I'm saying, for the video, because it's just so many people. Like, bro, like in the last week, it's been like what 3-4 people. It's at least, for me, just checking the ads, it's at least at bare minimum, like I'd say probably two prisoners a week die. Like, no shit. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the skeleton staffing crisis that's plaguing, you know what I'm saying, the Alabama Department of Corrections. I was listening to this podcast yesterday morning. Actually, shout out that boy Swift Justice was on there, and his attorney Lauren. I forget the name of the podcast right now. But maybe I'll throw it down in the comments or something like that, what they were saying. But basically, the DOJ, when the federal government investigates, you know what I'm saying, state prisons and shit, it's usually one or two facilities, you know, or a group of facilities where the government says this specific facility or this group of facilities is not up to par, you know what I'm saying, fix it. They came in and said the whole goddamn state of Alabama is fucked up, basically. They was like, the entire Alabama prison system is one big constitutional right, human right violation. Crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all know what's going on.
I fear the worst. How could you leave?